Hey there, our wizards. If you're building incredible machine learning models, but feel a bit lost about where to take your skills next, this is for you. Today, we're putting the code on pause to explore the amazing possibilities your superpowers can unlock in the job market. Let's face it, you're not just choosing a career, you're picking a role at the forefront of innovation. Machine learning is everywhere, transforming everything from how cars drive themselves to how doctors personalize treatments. But with so many options, things can get a bit overwhelming. So let's get organized, figure out where your strengths lie, and break down some exciting paths you can take. Think of your machine learning expertise as the engine driving this transformation. Let's explore some roles. Get your notepads out as we reveal 10 exciting career paths. Leveraging your machine learning mastery. 1. Machine learning engineer in tech. Okay, AI enthusiasts, ready to see where those machine learning powers can take you? Let's dive into a super popular role that's at the heart of so much innovation: machine learning engineer. Picture this, you're not just writing code, you're building the brains behind some awesome new tech products and services. It's like being a digital architect, creating the future one algorithm at a time. Globally, this expertise is in crazy demand. Sure, the job title might be a bit different depending on the country. Think data scientist or applied scientist, but tech hubs worldwide are clamoring for your skills. So, what would you actually do all day? Data prep, model building, experimenting, taking those amazing creations and launching them into the real world. Then, you get to analyze the results and make them even better. What do you need in your toolbox? Powerful programming skills, especially Python, mastery of those deep learning frameworks like TensorFlow and PyTorch, and a strong foundation in math. We're talking statistics and linear algebra. Let's talk salary. Don't make the mistake of just looking at us. Averages. Use sites like Glassdoor to filter by country. You might be pleasantly surprised at what you could earn somewhere else in the world. Who's looking for your brilliance? Tech giants, scrappy startups, and honestly, any company wrestling with huge amounts of data and hungry for intelligent solutions. You'll love this role if you thrive on solving complex problems, are always eager to master that hot new tool, and can make all that complex AI stuff understandable to your non-techie colleagues. But hey, this field moves fast, so be prepared to stay ahead of that learning curve. And remember, with your power comes responsibility. Building ethical AI solutions that benefit everyone is key. 2. A research scientist. Okay, all you curious minds out there, ready to explore the frontiers of artificial intelligence? Here's where things get really exciting: a research scientist. Picture yourself pushing the boundaries of what machines can do. It's like being an explorer in the digital world. This isn't just a job, it's a calling for those who want to make groundbreaking discoveries. Globally, there are tons of amazing AI research hubs, universities, specialized institutes, even those R&D labs in cutting-edge tech companies. It's really about finding the environment that gets you the most excited. Your daily life, reading up on the latest research, coming up with your own theories, designing brilliant experiments, coding up those new models, and trying to crack that elusive AI puzzle. Then you get to share your findings with the world. You'll need a super strong theoretical foundation, think a PhD, in machine learning or something similar, a proven knack for research, and ideally some published work to show off those skills. Salary talk, this is where things get interesting. You'll be paid well, but maybe less than some roles in the industry. So you have to be passionate about the pursuit of knowledge, not just a huge paycheck. Who'll want your brilliant mind? Universities, dedicated AI labs, and those innovative tech companies always looking for a competitive edge. You'll thrive if you get excited by those deep questions, have the determination to tackle open-ended problems, and love sharing your discoveries to help others understand this complex field. Remember, research is about the journey. You'll need to stay at the absolute forefront of knowledge and be okay with some setbacks along the way. But hey, those breakthroughs, totally worth it. Imagine a world where finance gets a powerful upgrade with machine learning. Risk analysis suddenly becomes more accurate, fraudsters get outsmarted, and your investment plans are tailored just for you. This isn't the future, it's happening right now. Big banks in places like London, Tokyo, and Frankfurt know this. That's why they're pouring money into AI to stay ahead of the game. So, what does a career in this field look like? Well, you'll be a data detective, sifting through mountains of information to build financial models. You'll experiment with new investment strategies, making sure they pass all the tests. And don't forget those rules and regulations. You'll need to keep those in mind too. Of course, you'll be handsomely rewarded for your skills. To break into this field, you'll need to be a whiz at programming and understand the math behind complex financial modeling. Knowing how finance works is a major bonus. Who's looking for these skills? Everyone from big investment banks and those daring hedge funds, to insurance giants and those techie fintech startups out to shake things up. If you're precise, have a knack for spotting risk, and love turning financial challenges into code, you're going to excel. But listen, this field isn't all sunshine and stock options. You'll have to follow a ton of regulations and carefully balance bold experimentation with careful risk control. Still, if you're up for the challenge, this is a career path with amazing possibilities. 4. Data scientist. Okay, if you love numbers as much as you love machine learning, this exciting career path is for you. Imagine using your AI skills to shake up the world of finance. We're talking about smarter risk analysis, better fraud detection, and personalized ways for people to invest their money. This field is exploding with opportunities. Globally, banks and financial powerhouses are investing heavily in AI. They know if they don't get smart about data, they risk falling behind. What would you actually do all day? Analyzing tons of data, building financial models to predict trends, running simulations to test out new investment ideas, and making sure everything complies with those complicated regulations. Here's the thing, you'll need strong programming skills, a knack for turning numbers into patterns, and ideally, some knowledge of how the financial world works. This is where a background in finance is a huge advantage. Salary talk, get ready, you're going to be paid very well. Why? Because your work has a direct impact on how profitable or not your company is. Who's looking for you? Investment banks, those secretive hedge funds, insurance companies, and those disruptive fintech startups looking to break the mold of traditional finance. You'll love this if you've got an eye for the slightest discrepancies. Understanding risk gives you a sense of satisfaction, and you're fascinated by how markets work. The challenge? Those financial regulations are no joke. You'll need to balance the desire to try new things with understanding the serious, real-world consequences of making mistakes. 5. Recommendation Systems Engineer. Okay, all you data wizards who love to personalize, this career path is for you. Imagine building the brains behind those eerily accurate product recommendations for that online store you love, or the algorithm that keeps your streaming service knowing exactly what you want to watch next. It's like being a digital mind reader. Globally, these systems are how companies keep customers hooked, so your skills are in demand everywhere. Think about all those online stores, those entertainment platforms. They compete based on how well they understand their users. So, what would you do all day? Analyzing tons of data, designing clever algorithms to figure out those hidden patterns of preference, optimizing those systems in real time, and running those A or B tests to see which version works best. You'll actually need to think a lot about how the user experience feels too. You'll need strong data skills and a deep understanding of how people make choices. Mastering algorithms like collaborative filtering and matrix factorization will make you a rock star in this field. Salary talk, buckle up, because your work directly impacts how much money your company makes. High click-through rates mean more sales, and that translates into a sweet paycheck. Who's looking for you? E-commerce giants, streaming services like Netflix, social media platforms with those addictive timelines, basically any company with a massive amount of user data is on the hunt for your talent. You'll thrive if you have that perfect blend of data science skills and an empathetic understanding of how people think. You'll also need to be obsessed with finding the best way to solve problems and be ready to stay up to date on the latest in customer behavior. The tricky thing? These data sets get massive and messy fast. And you'll need to balance those accurate recommendations with respecting people's privacy. It's a balancing act, but super rewarding. 6. Personalization Engineer. Alright, user experience UX enthusiasts, if you're passionate about making digital spaces perfectly tailored to each user, this path is definitely for you. Imagine building the systems that understand individuals so well. It feels like magic. Websites change, apps adjust, and everything just seems to flow perfectly. Think about it, personalization isn't just a nice-to-have anymore. It's how companies worldwide keep customers happy and spending money. So whether it's marketing campaigns, customer support, or actual product design, your skills are in demand anywhere that has a large customer base. Okay, what does your day look like? Lots of data collecting, analyzing, and turning it into those detailed user profiles. You'll then use that intel to build systems that generate content or even change the interface based on individual preferences. It's a mix of science and creativity. Need to know, get familiar with all sorts of personalization techniques, from filtering content to targeting specific behaviors. And don't forget the power of good UI user interface design after all. Even the smartest recommendation won't help if the experience is clunky. Paycheck time, this field pays well, and the more impact your work has on a company's bottom line, the sweeter the rewards. Who's looking for you? You've got options. E-commerce, media, even those gaming companies that want to keep players hooked. They're all hiring people who can personalize. And those companies offering tailored customer support? They'll be super interested in what you can do. You'll love this if you're fascinated by how people think, have a knack for translating those insights into smart tech solutions, and truly want each user's experience to feel effortless. Challenges? Oh, there are challenges. Privacy is a huge concern. You'll be dealing with massive data sets. And staying on top of how people's online behaviors evolve is an ongoing task. But 5, if it was easy, it wouldn't be nearly as fun, right? Okay. 7. Autonomous Vehicle Engineer. Alright, gearheads and code wizards, if you want to shape the future of how we get around, this career path is your autobahn. Imagine being part of the team building the intelligent systems powering self-driving cars. It's the ultimate engineering challenge. And this isn't just a us thing, it's a global race. Companies and research labs across the planet are working hard to be the first to crack this self-driving puzzle. So, what would you do all day? Prepare to dive into computer vision algorithms for teaching those cars to see, sensor fusion to make sense of all that data, path planning, and even reinforcement learning so the eye can get smarter on its own. Of course, you'll be testing this stuff like crazy both in simulations and carefully in the real world. You'll need, think of yourself as a robot Jedi Master, expertise in robotics, control theory, that deep learning stuff everyone talks about, and really strong programming skills, especially C++, are all key. Salary time, this field pays incredibly well. Your skills are in serious demand, and companies know they'll need to offer big bucks to get the best of the best. Who's looking for you? Traditional automakers are now tech companies in disguise, scrambling to catch up with those dedicated self-driving companies like Waymo and Cruise. Don't forget those scrappy startups pushing the envelope with innovative ideas and research labs focused on the long-term breakthroughs. You'll love this. If you are obsessed with optimizing systems, safety is your top priority, and the thought of solving incredibly complex problems gets you excited. Challenges? Buckle up. The what ifs of real-world driving are endless, and reliability is crucial. You'll also need to navigate a whole tangle of ethical considerations and regulations, which vary country by country. 8. A specialist with the government. Alright, if you want to use your superpowers for the greater good, this career path calls your name. Think about it, using your machine learning skills to directly help your community, your nation, or even the wider world. Talk about leaving a positive mark. This field is exploding globally as governments realize that AI can tackle complex problems. Picture yourself protecting your country from cyber attacks, analyzing data for better disease prevention, or optimizing resource use to fight climate change. Each country has different needs, so titles and the exact work will vary. What would you do all day? Honestly, this depends on which agency you're in, but you'll likely be analyzing massive data sets, building predictive models, or ensuring that the AI solutions created are used responsibly and don't lead to unintended harm. You'll need strong machine learning skills are a must, but don't underestimate the value of having some knowledge about the specific field you'll be working in. Think healthcare, resource management, cybersecurity. Additional expertise makes you super valuable. Security clearances might also be required for certain roles. Salary talk, it'll be competitive, but depending on the agency, may not quite reach those crazy high-tech salaries. If you're passionate about public service, this is a trade-off you'll likely be happy to make. Who's hiring? Defense agencies, intelligence organizations, and basically any ministry or governmental body that wants to use data smartly. Think healthcare, infrastructure, and organizations protecting the environment. You'll love this. If you're driven by a sense of mission, care deeply about transparency and responsible AI use, and don't mind the occasional bit of red tape in exchange for making a real difference. The challenge? Expect some projects to move slower than you might like, and you'll always need to balance innovation with those concerns around security and ethical implications. But if you're up for the challenge, the impact you can make is immeasurable. 9. Research Assistant Academia. Alright, curious minds, this one's for those who want to be right on the cutting edge of AI development. Picture this, you're part of a research team at a top university, surrounded by brilliant professors, tackling those huge, unanswered questions about artificial intelligence. It's like being in a think tank for the future. This isn't just a us thing. Universities around the globe have our research groups pushing the boundaries. Now, the exact setup, what you do, your compensation, those will vary depending on the university. So, let's talk about daily life. Prepare for some in-depth reading on the latest research, prepping those data sets, coding up experimental new ideas, analyzing results, and sharing your findings through those all-important research publications. Need to know, you'll want a solid academic record, basic mastery of machine learning techniques, and a burning desire to learn and discover new possibilities. Salary time, this is likely an entry-level position, so don't expect a crazy high salary. The real reward is the experience. Think of it as the ultimate boot camp for your AI career, potentially leading to a PH program or a high-paying industry position. Who wants you? Universities with active AI research groups or dedicated departments. Sometimes these positions are tied to specific research projects. You'll love it if you're a self-learner obsessed with precision and love sharing your findings in a clear, scientific way with the world. Challenge? You'll likely be juggling coursework or even some teaching on the side. You'll have less control over the research direction than you would as a full-fledged researcher. But hey, if knowledge is its own reward, this is an incredible opportunity. 10. Freelance Machine Learning Consultant. Alright, independent spirits, if you dream of making your own schedule, setting your own rates, and using your machine learning powers to help businesses directly, freelancing is your path. Imagine being your own boss, hand-picking projects that align with your passion. That's the freelance life. This opportunity isn't limited to one country. Globally, businesses are realizing the value of those specialized AI skills, but don't always need a full-time in-house expert. This is where you come in, ready to solve real-world problems and get paid well for it. So, what would you do all day? That's the beauty of freelancing. Variety. You might be analyzing a client's messy data, building a custom recommendation system, giving high-level advice on improving their whole data strategy, or even building quick demos to show the potential of machine learning for their company. You'll need real project experience is key here, so you have some wins to show off. Also, be a communication superstar. Explain those complex ideas to non-tech folks clearly and get excited about how your solutions will directly benefit their business. Salary time, this can be great and not so great. The flexibility and potential to earn more than a traditional salary is there, but you are in charge of making sure work keeps coming in. Who wants you? Small businesses, startups, non-profits. Basically, anyone who values your skills but doesn't have a full-time need. Sometimes even bigger companies will hire freelancers for projects requiring specific expertise they might not have in-house. You'll love this. If you're super self-motivated, love the idea of being your own boss, get a thrill from dealing with clients, and find translating technical stuff into business benefits rewarding. Challenges? Expect to spend time on finding those clients, handle boring stuff like contracts and invoices, and constantly keep those skills up to date. But if you crave that freedom and flexibility, the challenges might be worth it. There you have it, 10 exciting paths that prove your transition from the lab to the real-world impact is not just possible, but full of incredible potential. Now, it's over to you. Here's the big question. Which of these paths sparks your curiosity the most? Let the discussions begin in the comments below. Share your aspirations, ask questions, and let's create a community supporting each other in these exciting transitions. Remember, your past experience has equipped you with invaluable skills and knowledge. Embrace this new chapter, continue learning, and be bold. If this video inspired you, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more, and let's chart your course from the lab to launching your brilliant ideas into the world. We hope you find your dream career. If you are interested in any of the careers mentioned in this video, please write your questions as comments below. A viewer who has lived and worked in your dream career path might just want to pitch in some invaluable advice. Thank you for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe for more videos about jobs and business opportunities worldwide.